Yes guys, and we're back, episode 6, you know what it is, Barrow Road to Glory, Rags to Riches story, back-to-back promotions in season 1 and 2, now we're in the championship. Project is going along quite well, let's get into the video. Yes guys, welcome back to episode 6 of the Barrow Road to Glory. Everything is going to plan quite nicely, but one thing that's not going to plan quite nicely, nearly 70% of you are not subscribed. Smash that button, because if you've bought into the project this far, you don't need to be missing any new videos that are coming out. I tell you who has bought into the project is the board. They decided to throw an extra 5 mil in our transfer budget this window, so we've got 4.3 to work with. That's definitely going to be used. We've got to make every penny of that count. Now our wages are creeping up, so we're not going to be splashing the cash in terms of transfers. We're going to be trying to get those free agents and giving them bigger wages. Luke James was moved on at the end of last season, got 400k for him. I'm not too upset about that. Looking at our squad, as you can see, we've got 2 new faces in there. Bellardo, the goalkeeper, Malcolm, the left back. These 2 come from the youth team. They're going to be nothing more than squad players, I'll be honest with you. See if we can get them a little bit of game time. That does mean that we're going to be moving on Liam Story, the other youth player that we brought through last season. We don't need 3 goalies in the squad, no need for that. In terms of improvements for the squad, I reckon we need to get improvements across the board. I'm thinking new centre-backs, I'm thinking new midfielders. But before we get into that, let's have a look at the youth squad itself. Now, depending on how our transfer window goes, I'm looking at promoting a few of these lads, because obviously we believe in youth. Ellis Bird showed last season how good it can be when we bring through a youth player. Brandon Rose, yeah, jury's still out for him. But we got players in here, Ibanez, Menendez, a lot of options for the future. Now, I said at the end of the last video that we need to give Ishan Sako a new number. Can't be having number 21. I wanted to give him the number 10 shirt, but George Williams has already got it. So, as Luke James is getting moved on, I'm giving him number 9. That looks a lot better. So, wasting no time. Transfer number 1 that we brought in. Reece Oxford. I do love a chain smoker with bad knees. Trying to revive his career. He's played in Germany. He's got European experience. He was a prodigy at West Ham. An absolute prodigy. And his career's kind of fallen off the radar a little bit. So we've got him in on a free, which is absolutely class. He's going to be playing centre-back for us. He's 24 years of age on a 2-year deal. As you can see, 10 grand a week. The wages are going to be flying up. But that's how we've got to use our budget. We haven't got the financial power to be making big transfers and big wages. It's one or the other. As long as he stays injury-free, I reckon he's going to have a promising future ahead for us. Transfer number 2, a Premier League winner. Nathaniel Chalobah is going to be our new CDM. 76 rated, 28 years of age on a 2-year deal. Again, as you can see, 15k a week. But we got him on a free. So again, I think that's a good bit of business. He's going to go straight into the first 11. Signing number 3 is one. He's not a big name and he might go under the radar, but VT Rosada, 25 years of age, can play on the left, can play on the right. Now I do like my players who can play more positions than one. It's always good to have versatility in the squad. 70 rated, so he's one of our better players. And the reason why I brought him in is because I've noticed that Roland Varga, our Hungarian Hornet, the first signing that we made at the beginning of this series, he's retiring this season. Oh, we're going to miss him. 86 appearances, 37 goals, 25 assists. He has been sensational. Absolutely sensational. We got him on a free as well. It's going to be a sad day when he retires, so hopefully we can give him a good send-off this season. But the main transfer I want to talk about, transfer number 4 of the window, is the big boy Mamadou Sakho. He's going to be going straight into the back 4. He's left-footed centre-back. He's got a bit about him. He's won a league title in France when he was at PSG. Now, we did have to spend just about 2 mil on him, so that is our record transfer. He is 33, but he's got a couple of years left in him. 12.5k a week. It's not a bad contract, but 75 rated. Got to be going straight in. That's the level of player that we need to be bringing in. Coming into the pre-season, I'm happy to say that we won the tournament at the start of the year. Early thoughts, VT Rosada, he's got a bit about him. He's a lot better than I thought he was going to be. He's got some mean shots on the edge of the box, which I'm looking forward to seeing if he can do it in the season. Sakho, Oxford and Chalobah in that central bit of the pitch, sensational. We look so much more solid, so I'm really looking forward to seeing if we can keep some more clean sheets this season. And the last time we won the pre-season tournament, we did actually go on and pick up the League 2 title, so hopefully it's a good omen for things to come. Going into the first press conference before the first game of the season, the media thought we were going to be mid-table, bottom end of the table. I'm not having that. We're going to be at the top end of the table. We're going to be pushing for promotion. That's what we're after. The next set of questions were about Mamadou Sakho. Obviously, he took the headlines. What do they think the impact's going to be? He's going to make a massive difference. If the pre-season's anything to go by, he is definitely going to be a big player for us. Big player. And as well as that, Thomas Lamb, there's a lot of rumours swirling around that he's going to get shipped out. I've got no intentions of moving him on. No intentions at all. He's basically our Sami Hyypiä at the back. We're going to stay loyal to the players who got us up into the championship. He just won't be getting as much game time as he would have done last season. So lads, that's all the pre-season talk out of the way. Let's get into some highlights. Game number 1, opening day lineup. We've got West Brom, with Damon in the sticks, Josh Kay at left back, Sakho, Oxford centre backs, Hutton on the right, Chalobah, Beelan and Boateng is the middle 3, Rosada on the left, Sacco up top, and Robbie Gotts on the right. Oh, boys, we've come a long way. We've come a long way. I can't believe we're in Season 3 already. The fact that we've bounced up back-to-back promotions, things are going in the right direction. I also want to take a moment to talk about the players who didn't start on the first day. We've got options off the bench. Waidu, Bird, Nene, Ince, Williams. The squad's looking good. Expecting big things from the boys this season. We've made a lot of improvements, a hell of a lot of investment. Don't look nervous, lad. I know Holker Street is bouncing for this one. Absolutely bouncing. Let's have it from the off, boys. Season underway. Opening passage of play in the first minute. Ball gets played into the middle of the pitch. Nathaniel Chalobah doing what he was doing in the pre-season, winning that ball in the heart of the pitch. Charges through the West Brom defence, slips it through to Sacco, goes and makes it 1-0. Doesn't get a better start than that. Next passage of play, and Chalobah again wins the ball, plays it to Boateng. Tom Beedlin rolls his defender, gets into the box, smashes it into the bottom corner. He's got goals in him. He's got goals in League 2, goals in League 1. This season, he's gone with a tucked-in shirt look, channeling his inner Roy Keane with the armband. There was question marks, I won't lie. I did think about if we had to replace him, would he be able to get goals in this division? Well, that's how you silence any critics. Go and get a goal on the opening day, first 10 minutes. Lovely stuff from the captain. Next passage of play, 25 minutes in, the boys high press, all gets bounced around a little bit. Samite finds his way into the middle of the park, gets switched out to the right. Not really much on, and then what is that? How has that pass got through? Unbelievable. Damon gets us out of jail. Now, I want to just take a minute to do a bit of in-game analysis on what just happened there, especially on Reece Oxford's defending. We've got Jamie Carragher up in the gantry. Jamie, I'm going to hand it over to you. Let me know what you think.
He makes a really poor decision. There, and you stop it now.
Definitely not there.
Surely not there. There's less space on the moon than you see in that midfield. The manager must have in some way told them where he wants them to go. It's absolutely unbelievable.
Yep, I'll hold my hands up. It's my fault. I definitely shouldn't have shouted at Reece Oxford when we were on the counter-attack. Shouldn't be turning his head, looking the wrong direction. Don't know what he's doing. Anyway, we get away with that one. Down the other end, Robbie Gotts charging into the box. Ball falls to Beedlin. Plays it to Sacco. Massive slice of luck. Falls back to Beedlin. Good save. Nothing about the rebound. Goes and bagged himself a second on the opening day. Boys, it was turning out to be the perfect opening day. I don't know if you can remember, but in Season 1, opening day, we got battered 3-0 by Stevenage. Last season, we got battered by Plymouth, I think it was. So the fact that we turned up early doors, playing glorious football, beat Rosada with that one there, almost a worldie, it deserved a goal. Final 15, West Brom, they didn't want to play, they didn't want to go forwards. Every time they did, Chalobah, Boateng, Beedlin, they were winning the ball high up the pitch, we were starting on the counter. As you can see here with this passage of play, look, Boateng wins the ball, off we go. George Williams off the bench, plays it out to Viti Rosada. Watch this for an assist. Oh, it's so cheeky. So cheeky. Just chips the defender like he's not even there. 4-0, opening day. Surely it can't get any better than this. Surely it can't. Free kick goes long. We win the header. Watch this for playing out. Composure. Reece Oxford, one little touch. Into the middle. Now we break. Brendan Waidu gives it to Ellis Bird. Off the bench. He's got loads of options. Decides, I'm going to go it alone. Gets to the edge of the box. Hits it. Goes and makes it 5-0. Boys, that is a statement of intent. We're not just here to take part this season, we're here to take over. On we go into game number 2. Game number 2 was away at Huddersfield. Huddersfield playing a 5 at the back. Not looking forward to that, and never enjoyed playing against 5 at the back. Off to the Kirkley Stadium. This is how you know we're doing well in this series, because we're starting to play in real stadiums. Real stadiums. Opening 20 minutes, ball down the right hand side. Huddersfield work it into the box, have a shot. It just goes wide. It's an early sighter, something to just watch out for. Now, I'll be honest, Huddersfield, they're a much better set than West Brom were. Miles better. But nevertheless, the boys still going forwards. Josh Kay gets into the box. He's got an option, goes alone, hits the crossbar. Beedlin on the follow-up, goes and puts us into the lead. He definitely had words of him in the tunnel at half-time saying, why didn't he square it? As long as it goes in, don't matter. Anyway, coming up to the end of the first half, little mix-up at the back, but Mamadou Sakho makes up for it, plays it into Beedlin. Now we can sense the counter-attacks on. Sakho releases Robbie Gotts, literally into stoppage time in the first half. He's got options, back to Beedlin, hits it. Good save from the goalie. Going into the second half, we needed that second goal because it was delicately poised at 1-0. Needed that second goal that we deserved, just so we could get some control in this game. Romeo Hutton on the ball here, gives it to Robbie Gotts, then to Sakho, then to Beedlin. You can see the gaps opened up, charges into the box, hits it across the goalie, goes and gets another goal, puts us 2-0 up. So at this point, cruise control now. All we've got to do, a little bit of game management, just see this one out. Shouldn't be anything on. Huddersfield didn't know where to hit them. 76 minutes, that effort there just goes wide, just to remind us that this game was still on. Made a double sub, on comes George Williams, and you're about to witness the ugliest goal you've ever seen. Goalie goes long, we win the ball from Williams, rolls it onto Beedlin, the runner, gets into the box. What's he got? Goes and gets his hat-trick. Oh, boys, I hate goals like that. Long ball, hoof it, win the header, on you go. But take nothing away from the fact that Beelin's just picked up a hat-trick on day number 2. Coming up to the end of the game. Again, completely in cruise control. The 3 points were ours at this point. George Williams very unselfishly gives it to VT. Goes and puts us into the top bins. 4-0, back-to-back clean sheets, back-to-back wins. 9 goals in 2 games. Boys, we're flying. Absolutely flying. Into the League Cup now. I went with a heavily rotated side. Picking this one up 2-0. An own goal and Ince picking up the first 2. 15 minutes from time. Again, look, we go long. It's an option we can use. Nene on the ball here. You can see the runner. Picks up Roland Varga. He's rolling back the years. Gets into the box. What's he got? You know he's finishing those. Hits a 1-2 with the post. His goodbye tour starts now. Oh, it's going to be such a shame when we lose him. Such a shame. One of my favourites. Into stoppage time against Portsmouth. Now, I'm not going to lie, I was over the moon with this performance. We played gloriously. The backup brigade did so well. Brendan Wydu here, look, carries the ball, sends it out wide to Roland Varga. He's a bit wide this time for a shot. Ends up crossing it. It's almost gone in. Oh, would have been so good if that had gone in. But anyway, 4-0, sailing through to the next round. Back into the league. We got Coventry at home. Went back with the first 11. Now, this game against Coventry, it was close. Very, very, very close. Open into passage of play. Sacco does well there, sweeping up at the back. We go long, win the header, flicked onto Sacco. He's got loads of time. Once he's in the middle of the park like this, the boys are pouring forwards. Just waiting for that right option. Plays it into VT, rolls it through to Tom Beedlin. Doesn't miss those, does he? He is having a glorious start to the season. Absolutely glorious. Down the other end though, because it's not all about going forwards. Mamadou Sacco, look, that's what I brought him in the team to do. Reece Oxford, that's what he's in the team to do. Brilliant bit of defending there from the boys. However, moments later, Coventry again pouring forwards. I'm not sure why the line dropped so deep at this point. Obviously, the quality of defending's gone up. The quality of the opposition has gone up. This finish here, oh, it's great. Great goal. Great goal. 1-1 was looking like a fair score. Going into the final 10 minutes of the game, Coventry on the edge of our box here. They work it through into the box. 1-on-1. Damon gets us out of jail. Oh, he's done that so many times in this series. 5 minutes from time. Romeo Hutton, good tackle there, wins the ball. Gives it to Robbie Gotts. Plays it into Beedlin. He slips through George Williams off the bench. What's he got? Probably should have gone a bit closer. We have to settle for a point. Up next, away at Ewood Park, got Blackburn. Now, this one, under the lights, midweek game. Obviously, these ones are tough. They're always going to be tough. Opening 5 minutes. Poor bit of defending here. Hits the crossbar. Very lucky. We go 1-0 down. 15 minutes in, we win the ball deep in our own half. But Chalobah gives it to Boateng. Releases Robbie Gotts, who's had a very quiet start to the season. Trademark run down the right hand side. In the box. It's finished. Don't know what's going on there. It's a poor finish for him. Next passage of play, like I said, we're getting a lot of joy down the right hand side. Robbie Gotts carries the ball about 70 yards here. Unchallenged, gets into the box. He's got to do better this time. Again, right at the goalie. Coming up to the end of the first half, we win the ball from a goal kick. Gets played into the middle from Beedlin. Boateng on the ball. You can see the option. Robbie Gotts, is that not a penalty? Looks like a penalty to me. Ref didn't give it. In the second half, Beedlin had an effort that was saved. Normally those go flying in. When they don't go flying in, it's always a bad sign. Always a bad sign. Reece Oxford managed to pick up an injury, and then they went and scored moments later. Very disappointing. So we had to hit a triple sub. On comes Williams, Lamb and Bird. Going into the final 5 minutes. The boys high press. We have to just go all out attack at this point. Ball gets played into Bird. Gives it to Sacco. One more little touch to Beedlin. He's got to score. He does score. Gives us a glimmer of hope. Gets the ball. On we go. So from kickoff, we had to just go all out attack. The boys needed to press. We just needed to get the ball back. Blackburn were playing keep ball. We put team press on. We win the ball instantly. Robbie Gotts tries to release George Williams. Doesn't quite do it. But again, the desire, the work rate. There's Mamadou winning the ball. Gotts plays it into Sacco. Carbon copy. Beedlin. Can he do it? Goes and secures a point. He didn't deserve that. Won't lie. And then the emotions went from a high to a low. Reece Oxford's out for 3 months. Oh, that's so annoying. Our form was like flying. That's going to hurt us. That is going to hurt us. But moving on swiftly from that, games are coming thick and fast. We've got Middlesbrough at home. Now, with this one, I had to rotate the squad quite heavily again. I had to give these squad players some game time because we've got an important cup game coming up next. We'll see who we got in that one in a minute. Alher gets caught out of right back. Middlesbrough take an early lead. Going down the other end, George Williams on the ball here. He's not really got many options. Tries to play it in. Luckily, wins the ball back. Falls to Boateng. Gives it to Nene. Back to Boateng. He's got to score. He's got to score those. He's not a natural goal scorer. You know, in those positions, you've got to be picking up goals. Brendan Wydu, talking about natural goal scorers. Oh, he's a donkey, isn't he? Absolute donkey. Not happy with him there. Can't score a goal for love nor money. Nevertheless, though, the boys kept on trying. Ince goes and gets us level. They were really good. They were really good. And it was chance after chance, down both ends. We had a chance there. They had a chance here. Brilliant save by Damon. So again, had to hit that triple sub. Bird, Marshall Rutty and Varga off the bench for this one. 73 minutes on the clock. We win a header from the goal kick. Don't quite get there though. Alho massively out of position, but Thomas Lamb's there sweeping up. Collects the ball nice and calm. Plays it into the middle of the park. Waidu gives it to Ellis Bird. You can see he's got a couple of runners. Decides to go alone. Challenging. Beats one. Beats two. Gets into the box. Checks back. Gives it to Varga. Hits it. Oh, what a save that is. He's hit it right at the goalie. Hits it left or right, and it's definitely a goal. Down the other end though, Alho, so lucky. So lucky to get away with that. Should have been 2-1. Definitely should have been down in this one. Coming into the final stages of this game, Waidu plays it into BT. He's twisting, he's turning, desperately trying to keep a hold of the ball. He checks back. He's got an option to Waidu. Again, into Ellis Bird. Plays it into Nene, gets into the box. It's a carbon copy chance. Goes and puts us into the lead. We steal 3 points. Right at the death. On we go. Now into the cup. Here it is, boys. It's Burnley. We've got them again at home this time. Now, we know what happened last time. Antonio, Mata, they all crucified us. But we're a stronger team this time around. We've got better players. We've had reinforcements this window. In the first half, the boys flew out of the blocks. I'm telling you. Look at this. Look, Burnley don't even know what to hit him. Romeo Hutton sets the tone early. Just a sighter. Next passage of play. Sacco wins the ball. It's played into Chalobah. Up to Sacco. Tries to roll it through to Beedlin. Trademark run into the box. What's he got? The shot just gets saved. Can't get the rebound. Next passage of play. Again, look, winning the ball high up the pitch. Beedlin again. Another great save. We were all over Burnley. All over him. All over him. This one here, Josh K. Again, right at the goalie. Just want to show you the halftime stats. 9 shots. Expected goal 2.6. Burnley didn't have a single shot. And we didn't have a goal to show for it. As disappointing as it was to go into the second half, not in front, the boys still had to put in a performance for the second half, and we knew Burnley would come back at some point. At some point they would start playing, because they hadn't turned up at all for the first 45. Going into the second half, Burnley worked the ball into the middle of the pitch. Antonio, Josh K gets caught out there. It's a couple of times he's done that now. He's looking a bit fragile at left back. 15 minutes from time, we win the ball high at the pitch once again. Beedlin, you can see the option, rolls it through to Ince. Oh, it's onto the post. Oh, it was so frustrating. 10 minutes from time, we could sense a counter-attack was on. Now, if you remember, Connor Roberts got sent off last time we played him. Should have been sent off for that, I think. Disgusting player, don't like him. From the resulting free kick, we work the ball up the pitch. Ellis Bird on the ball here. Shifts it out wide to Sacco. You can see he's got options. He's waiting for it. Gives it to Beedlin. Patient on the edge of the box. Williams rolls it through. Sacco goes and puts us level. What a moment for the boys. We deserve that. Thoroughly deserve that. As we're approaching the end of the game, looking like extra time and penalties, just trying to hold on at this point. I was thinking about what more subs I could make. Damon launches the ball long. We don't win the header, which is poor. Then a missed interception by Beedlin. Suddenly, Burnley are on the front foot, edge of our box. Sacco versus Antonio. Antonio, man. Antonio. Oh, it's brutal. That's the League Cup again, done early doors this season. Next season we'll get it. Next season. We'll move on swiftly from that. It was a good performance anyway. Last game of this first set of highlights, away at a hostile Millwall at the Den. And this one here, again, Millwall were a lot better than I thought they were going to be. They had an early chance there. And to be honest, I'm thinking that those first few games that we played, maybe we were playing the worst teams in the league, because they've been getting progressively harder and harder each match. Josh K does well there to win the ball. About time we showed a bit of good defending. We hit the count now. We can sense this on. Boateng, great pass through to Ishan Sacco. He's one-on-one. Second touch looks a bit heavy. Doesn't make a mistake. Hits a 1-2 with the post. We go 1-0 up. Deep into the second half. Really no highlights to show from this one. Wanted that second goal just to cement our authority in this game, because, you know, late equalisers happen to us on a regular. Romeo Hutton gets into the box. He's never there. Doesn't score, but it didn't matter. Did not matter, because it's another clean sheet. Another 3 points. We'll take it happily. I want to take a moment to talk about Mamadou Sakho's performance in this one. He won possession 6 times. He has been amazing since you brought him in. Worth every penny of that 2 mil. But anyway, that's enough of these highlights. Let's go on to deadline day. So lads, we've had some news. Tom Ince doesn't hang around at one club for very long. He's had a word with me. He wants to move 1.1 mil off to Sheffield United. I don't think that's a bad deal. If he wanted out, he's done it in the right way. But I will tell you who has not done things the right way is Brendan Waidu. He's come and just said on deadline day with 2 hours to go, he doesn't see his future no more. Told him, don't make any hasty decisions. And to be honest, I haven't got enough time to get a replacement in. I don't want him going nowhere, even if he's unhappy. But the absolute Judas has got his agent to organise a move to AZ Alkmaar. AZ Alkmaar, why are you going there? He had a stupid release clause in his contract, which has been activated. So he's jumped ship with 2 hours to go on deadline day. So now we're a midfielder down out of our squad that was looking very, very healthy. So I hadn't planned for this to be the case. And with Reece Oxford injured, obviously Waidu gone, Int's gone, Alho Lamb and Marshall Rutty playing internationals every couple games, the squad now looks really thin. So I needed to bring another player in. And the only player that I could find available for the bill that we needed to fit was Nemanja Matic. I wanted to get him for less than 3 mil. I was trying to get him for 2 mil. But Ollie, he's been smoking some good stuff because he wanted 4.5 mil for him. I can't part with 4.5 mil, it's way too much. So that deal has fallen through on deadline day. So back to the youth squad. Now I did say that we would have to promote 1 or 2 of these depending on how our window went. Joaquin Ibanez, now is your time, son. Getting called up to the first team. He's got an attacking work rate is high, defensive work rate is high. Not the same mould as Waidu. He's a bit shorter, a bit smaller, a bit more technical. And obviously, as we go up the divisions, we're going to need more technical players. It's not all about having the box-to-box destroyers anymore. So, hopefully, he kicks on and does well. So that is it. To summarise our window, Oxford, Chalobah, Rosada, Sacco in. We promoted Ibanez from the youth team. Out goes Liam Story, out goes Josh Gordon, out goes Tom Ince, and out goes the traitor, the Judas, Brendan Waidu. I'm so annoyed that he's done that to me. Anyway, that's everything. Let's get into our final run of highlights, and let's see how we got on. So back into the highlights, we've got Preston at home. Went back with the first 11, of course. Thomas Lamb has now come into the back 4 now that Reece Oxford's out injured. I don't know what it is, playing under the lights at home. The games just feel more tense. Early doors, we should have gone 1-0 behind. Damon, great save there. 12 minutes in, from the back, Chalobah on the ball. Got a load of options here. Gives it to Boateng. Takes his time, he waits. Great little pass there to Ishan Sacco. Charging into the box. What you got, son? Have some of that. Oh, he's too good. Loving the number 9 shirt. Loving him up top. Next passage of play, I can see the runner, gives it to Tom Beadlin. This would have been the funniest goal if it had gone in. I was creeping towards the line. From a corner, we win the ball, Josh Kay picking it up there, sweeping around the back. Fran Boateng, again, he's loving those little flicky passes. Ishan Sacco, it's basically the same goal, just scored twice. 2-0 lead against Preston, lovely stuff from the boys. Going into the second half, quite late on, we did start to go defensive. Preston were starting to 4 players forwards. Mistake from Sacco there, he's not blessed with pace. Player gets in behind, he ain't catching him. Trying to take him out, no chance. But there was no late dramas because Preston's captain, when it got sent off with a disgusting tackle, pick up the 3 points, a 2-1 win. It was very, very close that game, very close. The last 10 were very nervy. So up next we're playing Sheffield Wednesday away. Chalobah's getting a little bit tired every game, which is a bit annoying for me because obviously I need him playing every game. Anyway, early doors, BT had an effort. Good save from the keeper. Our quality of finishing in this one was not great. I mean, this effort from BT, it deserved the goal. It was whiskers wide. In the first half, Sheffield Wednesday got progressively better and better. We were under the cosh. Ball gets played in to the edge of our box. They work it quite nicely here. Sacco, missed tackle, hits the crossbar. Oh, we get away with it. We're really riding our luck. Really riding our luck. We had a corner. A lot of players poured forwards for this one. Romeo Hutton, very uncharacteristically gives away the ball. Normally very solid. So the counter-attack is on. Remember me just saying about Sacco. If you get him behind him, we're in trouble. Ball gets whipped in. Josh Kay nowhere to be seen. Sheffield Wednesday take the lead and the 3 points. Up next we have Bristol City. Decided to bring in Marshall Rutty over VT just to see if he could cement a claim for first team football because felt like something wasn't working in the last game. Subtle tweaks to the 11. Those are the things that we got to do. Early doors, Tom Beadlin set the tone. Got a yellow card. Taking his Roy Keane role a bit too far there. It's a bit silly. Here we give away the ball in the box. Beadlin, shocking from him. It's not often he does that. It's not often that I call him out for being poor, but that goal is his fault. Sacco, patient, gives it back to Beadlin. Decides, I haven't got the legs, plays the pass. Has he made up for it? He has made up for it. Gets the assist, puts us back on level terms. Going into the second half, again, win the ball high up the pitch. Sacco, see the runner, plays in Haram Boateng, goes and puts us into the lead. I told you, he's not blessed with scoring goals, but he is blessed with putting in a shift. He works hard, covers every blade of grass. He's a fan favourite. 62 minutes on the clock, a corner, well worked. Little bit of tiki-taka here. Just can't get near him, can't put a foot in. Just want someone to make a tackle. Ball gets worked in. It's a great goal. It's a great goal. Into the dying embers of the game. 4 minutes to go. Looked like Bristol City were on the attack, trying to find a gap. Just sent it wide. Was so lucky. So unbelievably lucky. Into stoppage time. Ellis Bird on the ball. You know he likes to dribble. Somehow he's found Sacco. We go and steal 3 more points. Oh, I love that. I love scoring last minute goals. Last season it was happening to us. This season we're doing it to other teams. So final game of the video, we're against second place Fulham away at Craven Cottage. Now Craven Cottage, nice stadium, but their pitch is tiny. I don't know if that's a thing or not on FIFA, but it feels tiny. I mean, if you look at this here, it's so congested in the middle. There's like no space at all. Tom Beeley running into one of the half spaces, gives it to Sacco. That should have been a foul in my opinion, wasn't given. Again, we keep the high press, ball gets cleared. In comes Platt with the header, wins it. Falls out to Beedlin. As I go from distance, just a sighter. Testing Gazzaniga early doors. 8 minutes on the clock, Josh Kay plays into Sacco. Releases Tom Beedlin. Again, you know, you've seen him score these. What a save that is. What a save. It deserved a goal. Down the other end, Fulham, they were very good. They were very, very good. Damon there, one save. Another save there. Going deep into the second half. Fulham just turned into prime Barcelona. They just kept the ball. We were chasing shadows. When that happens, it's never a good sign. Chasing shadows. Josh Kay, look, caught out at left back again. Ball gets played into the middle of the pitch. Poor goal to concede. Poor goal to concede. But Fulham deserved it. Fulham were the better team in this game. Look, again, caught out at left back. Should have been 2. Somehow that's gone wide. Fulham were the better team and they deserved the 3 points in this one. So we have to finish up with a loss. But yeah, that is everything for these highlights. Let's see how we're getting on. So lads, before we dive into the league table, I want to just have a quick moment to review the squad stats early doors. Damon's picked up a couple of clean sheets, which is what I want to be seeing. In terms of goals, Beedlin leads the way with 8. Ishan Sacco with 7. Looking at assists, Boateng and Sacco lead the way. BT's picked up 3. Ellis Bird off the bench has picked up 3. Gotts has only got 2. 2 assists in 10 appearances, not good enough. But the main event, lads, the main event. 10 games in, we were top before that loss at Fulham. As you can see, Fulham are now second, 1 point ahead of us. We've scored 20, conceded 9. The defence has massively improved. I'm over the moon with it. And just think, at some point, Reece Oxford is going to come back and he'll shore up that back 4 again. Because since he's been injured, that's where we've been conceding goals. But as season starts go, we have started this season amazingly. Because the previous 2 seasons, we always start poorly. So hopefully that's a good omen, hopefully. So that is where we're going to be wrapping up this video. If you got any comments that you want to let me know for improvements to the team, tweaks to the 11, any players you want me to scout, let me know down there. And I do read all of the comments and I try to reply to all of them. But that is where we're going to wrap up this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. I thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.